The nation's greatest threat
There's a mole.
lies at the heart of our Secret Service.
He's been there for years.
So hi Gary, welcome to ShortList.com.
How are you?
All right, how are you?
I'm all right, yeah.
So after working on Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, have you picked up any useful spy techniques you can teach us about?
Not really. I would make. In real life, I'd be a terrible spy. I'm too honest. I can't. I find it very hard to lie. This is the spy world of the 70s. So it's very analog. All this stuff. It's it's tapping on walls and you know, the light going on and off. You know, this is not a high-tech world.
So if I told you that a bird watcher was using a shoe to get to the centre, would you know what I was talking about?
If you told me that a bird watcher
was using a shoe to get to the centre, would that make any sense?
No, that wouldn't make a great deal of sense to me. Is it from the book or something?
Yeah, it's just general spy terminology.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess that was a bit of a random one, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you were up on your spy terminology.
But is that old spy terminology, or is that?
I believe so.
Is it?
Yeah. Never
Well,
mind.
there we are. Failed. See, I told you I'd make a useless spy.
So I know that you're sworn to secrecy at the moment about The Dark Knight Rises, but can you tease us with just a single line of dialogue, or even a word, if a single line's too much?
I can't. I'm not allowed. No,
Just one word?
No, they'll have a SWAT team come in and throw me to the ground if I do that. I can tell you that it's a great story,
Okay.
but I don't think Nolan wouldn't have made a third just for the sake of it. But I think he's put something very special together.
Has he made any threats to you? If you sort of spilled the beans, would you get in sort of deep trouble with him?
Yeah, I did. I got into trouble. I was at Comic-Con, and a few years back, and someone asked me in the audience, "When are you doing the next Batman?" And I foolishly said, "Oh, I don't know. I think it's like at the end of the year." And within seconds, it went around the world. And the fact that Warner Brothers pay a great deal of money for these movies, it is their prerogative to announce when they're not making it. So they weren't very happy. It was a slip of the tongue. So I am now very, very cautious of what I say, because I got my wrist slapped for that.
Fair enough. Just one final question. I know you've worked on Harry Potter films, Batman films,
Yeah.
and Call of Duty games. Out of those three fan bases, which ones are the sort of most passionate / a bit crazed?
Well, I'm most famous for the Call of Duty amongst a certain fan base at my kids' school. Kids come up to me and, "Are you Reznov?" Wow. So I'm, ironically, I have a huge following from that game. But what was your question? Who is the what?
Which fan base is sort of the most passionate out of the three, the most sort of crazed?
Yeah.
The Call of Duty ones.
Yeah, the Call of Duty. Yeah.
Cool. At least your son's friends think you're cool for that, at least.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you would think it might be Batman, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's the Call of Duty. Yeah.
Well done for that.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I want one code name. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
In cinemas September 16th.